The good news, you're 1-0 on this Monday morning, Eagles fans. You're 1-0. You took the Lions' best shot. They hit you in the teeth. They punch you in the mouth. Everybody's got a game plan until you get punched in the nose, says Mike Tyson. The Eagles got punched in the nose pretty good. Back at it again, TFB, with your boy RIC, Ric Serritella here, broadcasting live from the Jersey Shore. It's the Football Playbook. Buckle up. Broadcasting around the universe. Shout out to all our people across the pond, up north, down south, and here in the United States. This is the global edition of the JAKIB Sports channel. And hey, we got Dirty Bird talk all day long here on the Football Playbook. In fact, man, I'm on my second pot of coffee. I'm so fired up. I'm sweating bullets over here on this Monday morning, September 12th, 2002. And I'll tell you why. Good win. Good victory. Not championship football. Okay? Not championship football. And I'll tell you why. But first, big shout out to JAKIB Sports on the pre and post game. Big shout out Ocean Casino and Resorts for hosting us. I saw the JAKIB Sports channel did just as many viewers as the Eagles.com post game show. Big things. If you're not buckled up on Sundays for the pre and post game show, right here on JAKIB Sports, part of the Ocean Casino Resorts every Sunday down at the gallery. Love it. Big shout out to Jeff Kerr around the NFC East this morning, kicking things off for you today. And how about Barrett B filling in on the Mac and Mac show with Jody Mac here right before the show. We might have Johnny Mac today. He's en route back from Detroit. We'll try to pop him on. Philly native Howard Balzer later on in the show. Tone behind the scenes with the fresh cut. We got to pop him on just to see the fresh cut he got for Eagles week 1. And we'll see what he's got cooking from his hot takes from NFL week number 1. You there, me here. Buckle up, chat room, SMD, Tavern Mike, Deo Swartz, Marcus J, Johnny Dickerson, all the chat room people out there, whether you're chiming in or not. We get interactive with it. If you got questions, I got some answers. In fact, I got 15 pages of the Football Playbook for you today, just from the Eagles game. I charted every single freaking play. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into some X's and O's. Yeah, the coffee got me wild. Wild, baby. And I ain't holding back. It's no holds barred edition week 1 NFL. Just because we're working out the kinks doesn't mean we're going to tolerate excuses. Okay? I'm going to call like I see it. Now, the good news, you're 1-0 on this Monday morning, Eagles fans. You're 1-0. You took the Lions' best shot. They hit you in the teeth. They punch you in the mouth. Everybody's got a game plan until you get punched in the nose, says Mike Tyson. The Eagles got punched in the nose pretty good. They took the best shot. That's the good news. More good news? A lot of room for improvement. You know why? You know why? That defense got more holes than Swiss cheese. Okay? I got news for you. Nick Sirianni? Nick, Paisan, I'm talking to you, brother. Feel me on this one, all right? You know who's on line 1 this morning? You know who my first phone call is this morning? Mr. Fangio. Paging Mr. Fangio. Yeah, this defense has got a lot of problems, and it's only week 1. If I'm Nick Sirianni, I got Vic Fangio on line 1 this morning. You know why? Because a good coach can foresee the future. A good coach can recognize where the holes are on your roster. A good coach understands what the heck a defense is all about. Not in the post-game press conference when you tell me, coach, you know, I really don't have a big hand in the defensive play calling. It's not my cup of tea. I kind of let coach do his thing. You better find out. You better find out what a real defense looks like, because that's not the one. That's not championship football. That's not what I signed up for. And I put bigger expectations on this Eagles squad than anybody on this channel. That's not championship caliber defense. So you can look at it one or two ways. We got a lot of work to do, or there's a lot of room for improvement. Vic Fangio's on line 1. kidding me with that? I'm going to get into the X's and O's. He actually played a good first half of football. I don't know what happened in the second half. It got me ticked off. It should have Nick Sirianni ticked off. Bro, and listen, I'm going to tell you this. I understand that tackling is a concern, not just for the Eagles. It's around the whole freaking league, all right? It's around the whole NFL because you got these Club Med training camps. People don't know how to wrap up and tackle. You better learn. You know what I'm doing in the next practice? Back to the fundamentals. I'm going to teach you how to tackle, bro. I'm going to teach you how to wrap up. I'm going to teach you hand combat in the trenches, Hassan Reddick. I woke up, I'm eating cereal. I turned my milk carton around as I'm eating my Fruit Loops. There's Hassan Reddick. Thanks, Hassan. I was looking for you yesterday. Buckle up. Hey, I'm not here to be Debbie Downer. That's not championship football if you want to win a Super Bowl. It's not what it's about. It's not what it's about against a 3-win team. You got popped in the mouth, all right? The defense, you need to shore up that defense. You need to learn how to tackle. Javon Hargrave, we saw all these contracts restructured last week, freeing up, almost $10 million in cap space. I heard it was to sign Javon Hargrave to a long-term deal. Not after that performance. And Coach Gannon and Nick Sirianni, are you kidding me? 22 snaps for Jordan Davis. You can't stop the run. And you're that unimaginative that you can't find a way to get Jordan Davis in the game. Where's my stat sheet? You can't find a way to get Jordan Davis in the game for more than 22 plays? Are you kidding? Give me a break. What are you doing? The Vikings are going to feast on this defense if you play that way. Okay? Now, here's the positive. You went on the road. Detroit hadn't sold out a home game in about 3 years, 67,000. You did good. You did good, Jalen Hurts. You did good. Okay, offense. You did okay. All right, you did what you needed to do. Defense, not so much. But there was a lot of expectations coming into this matchup for the Lions. A lot of adrenaline flowing. And we saw why the Lions don't win games. Dan Campbell gifted you that win. You didn't earn that victory. Dan Campbell gifted it to you. Okay? Okay, we'll get into those calls. Dan Campbell, when you get fired after the season, In Living Color called. Homie, don't play that, bro. I got a job for you, bro. I'll get more into Dan Campbell after I give you my grades for week 1, okay? And listen, guys, RIC in the place to be. Ric Serritella. I told you, I'm telling it like it is. When it comes to the NFL draft, everything football is what we do here in the Football Playbook. Week number 3, by the way, part 10. It's our 10th episode. I'm just getting started now. All this preseason fugazi. I'm done with predictions. I'm done with the guessing games. We're going to talk about results now. It's a bottom line business, and that's what I'm about. So we're going to break it down right now. Starting at top. Nick Sirianni, I give him a C+. You know why? You won the game, right? You won the game, but I listened to your post-game press conference. Not so impressed. 2 hands off with the defense. Too much power to Coach Gannon there. All right? You give Jonathan Gannon too much freedom to do what he wants to do, that's going to be the demise of you. Okay, my friend? So learn the defensive side of the ball. The good head coaches, Belichick, McVay, Shanahan, they know X's and O's inside out every single play, offense and defense. Don't sit here and tell me, that's not really my thing. I let Gannon do what he got to do. I pop in, I talk, I tell him what I see from an offensive coordinator perspective. No, you better learn how to see it from a defensive coordinator perspective if you want to win a chip, my friend. Sirianni gets a C+. Because the offense did what they had to do. Shane Steichen, you get a B. Because the offense did what they had to do. Okay? And they're kind of connected at the hip. Sirianni gets the C because he's also responsible for the defense. As much as he wants to deflect the blame to Gannon and the players, that's the other thing, Sirianni. And he covered himself up at the end of the press conference by saying he takes full responsibility. But before he said that, he said, listen, when Jalen checks an audible or changes plays, like, hey, we just give the information to the players and put them in position to succeed. That's on them, whether or not the play works or not. No, it's on you. It's on you to coach it right. Man, Paisan, come on. I'm a little disappointed. Take some responsibility. It all falls on you. The buck stops with Coach Sirianni. And if you need me to come visit the NovaCare Center today, I'm full of coffee and full of energy, and I could probably give you more valuable snaps than what Hassan Reddick gave you yesterday. By the way, Fletcher Cox is gassed. I wonder if that's a product of your weak training camp protocol. Did you see him huffing and puffing on the sideline? He had to come out due to conditioning. Fletcher Cox, what are you making, $14 million this year? You can't show up in shape? Not only that, you can't get Jordan Davis on the field for more than 22 snaps with a tired Fletcher Cox, when an ineffective Fletcher Cox, I know he had a sack that was gifted too. I like what I saw from Jalen Hurts. It's not all doom and gloom here on the Football Playbook. Jalen showed poise. Jalen started off 0 for 5. I think that's a big storyline we didn't talk about here on the JAKIB Sports channel. He started off 0 and 5. He probably had another half a dozen passes that he threw away, which were good decisions to avoid a loss of yards, to avoid a sack. So 18 to 32 might not look great on paper, but at the end of the day, he accounted for 353 yards, only took 1 sack, 17 carries. You know, here's the deal with Jalen Hurts. He's never going to be this pocket passing, read-through progression quarterback. You wanted to see the next level? It's not really going to happen because they still got Jalen running a college basic simplified college RPO scheme, one read half of the field and make a decision. And if that receiver's not there, he's tucking and running. 17 carries, 90 yards. All good. All good as long as you get the W. But you know what? Gardner Minshew is a lot more valuable than people realize when you're running the ball 17 times with your quarterback. And there's running backs that don't carry the ball that much. And we saw the Eagles average 39.5 carries last year. They had 39 again yesterday. So the run game was outstanding. Okay. They get an A. I mean, the run game gets an A. Four running backs, 4 different runners scored a touchdown. It hasn't happened in 60 years. You get an A there, run game. Offensive line, solid, pretty solid. You know, the fact that Hurts has to run so much, I don't know if that's more of a poor protection or just Hurts getting antsy. I got to see how that plays out. But the offense did good. The offense did good. The defense, not so much. The defense actually played about 18 to 25 minutes solid football. The first half was good. We'll get into that. The defensive line, you get an F. That was a disgrace. That was terrible. Huh, you got carved. You got gashed. Almost every freaking run play, you got gashed up the gut. You got gashed on the corner. You got to wrap up. And I guess Reddick, falls on the defensive line. I'll get into schematics. Sometimes we saw 4 down linemen. Sometimes we saw 5 down linemen. We saw a lot of 3 down linemen with Reddick standing up, who, by the way, Decker had his number all day. By the way, Josh Sweat, Penei Sewell had his ticket all day. Josh Sweat couldn't do nothing against Penei Sewell. So D-line, you get an F. I'll throw Reddick in the bunch. Linebackers, I got you B, C, depending if you throw Reddick in that category. I thought Kaiser White played well. We saw the tipped pass. TJ Edwards played well. I think he had a penalty. The defensive backs, despite a couple mishaps, listen, say what you want about Darius Slay. I like the aggressive style of play. And he could have sealed this game a long time ago with that interception that he dropped. But overall, he played very well. Bradbury with the big pick 6 off that Kaiser White tip. So the defense played good for the first half, but then they took the foot off the gas and they let the Lions right back in the game. And that aggressiveness went away in the second half. Where was it, Coach Gannon? You did pretty good the first half, all right? When we come back, I told you I charted every freaking play. I got 15 pages. This is the football playbook. We're going to dive into my scouting book right after the commercial break. It's all brought to you by Ocean Casino Resorts. Buckle up. We're just getting started here on this Monday morning NFL Week 1 recap. It's all brought to you by Ocean Casino. Stay tuned at 12 o'clock. The Sports Take guys, followed by Dan Cilio. I hope they're as fired up as me. We'll be back after this.